What's up, all you beautiful, gorgeous, sexy people out there? Welcome to Thank God It's Friday, a series in which I talk about anything, in which I talk about everything. A casual series in which we talk about things you don't really care about, but I'm going to talk about anyways, like helicopters flying across your face. I literally just peed myself there. I seen that helicopter and a little dribble of piss came down my leg. I'm running around with piss on the battlefield. But that's not what this gameplay is about, people. That's not what this commentary is about. This commentary is about Titanfall, the game which, unless you've been living under a rock, you know it comes out in about 4 days. 4 days. Depending on where you live, it could be 5 days, you know. It really depends on where you live. But let's talk about Titanfall. Let's talk about what it is. And then let's talk about, can it kill Call of Duty? So, Titanfall basically is a multiplayer only game. It's going to have 16 maps for everyone. It's going to be released with 16 maps. It's a first-person shooter, a fast-paced first-person shooter. And it's made by the developers of the original Call of Duty, well, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. Basically, the two games that made Call of Duty what it is today. Now, of course, Titanfall is basically Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And if you don't know what Rock'em Sock'em Robots are, you, my friend, have a deprived childhood, and I'm sorry, I can't help you. I wish I could, but you need to learn what Rock'em Sock'em Robots is. You need to Google that, okay? Google it right now if you don't know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, fine. It's Avatar, basically. Think Avatar, if you know the giant blue people, think the James Cameron movie. It's basically like that. It's the blue people versus the giant robots. You know, the robots that are controlled by people, and I'll put a picture up there so you can see what I'm talking about. And basically, it's that, the robots with parkour element. Now, of course, I'm kidding there. It's not really Avatar. There's no blue people flying around. But anyways, the parkour element is what makes Titanfall more different than Call of Duty. There's no parkouring in Call of Duty. And, of course, there's no robots in Call of Duty either. But the parkour element makes the game fast-paced. It makes you have fun. You're leaping around. You're pretending to be a little princess. You're jumping around. You're skipping around and having a grand old time. Now, my one concern with Titanfall, based on all the gameplay I've seen, and let me mention this right now, full disclaimer, I have not played the beta, I do not have Xbox One, and I do not have Xbox 360 or PC, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, guys. Anyways, I've watched a ton of gameplay on this. I've watched every single commentator almost that I could to see what Titanfall is about, and on almost every single commentator, they didn't seem to jump around, guys. They didn't seem to use that parkour element. They used that double jump element for sure, but I wanted to see people jumping around, people flying across walls, flying across the map, and I didn't see that. I was sad. I was a sad little boy. But of course, once the community gets a hold of the game, once they find out every nook and cranny and way to jump through the map, hopefully I can see some gameplay on it and judge for myself. Will that parkour element be a big thing in Titanfall? I hope it is. I pray it is. I want it to be, because personally, I want to skip around and pretend to be a little fairy, a little princess out there, and have fun killing people. That's what I want. Now, there's also the mechs. Parkour and the mechs make up the majority of what makes Titanfall different than Call of Duty. Now, there's 3 mechs, but I won't go into that because you guys probably already know by now what they are, and I would just screw up the name. I think one's Atlas, one's Strider, and I don't remember the other one. You can look that up, Google that, get a hold of that information for me, and I'll be very appreciative. So, the mechs make it fast-paced too, and well, it slows down if you jump into one based on the gameplay I've seen, and all you're doing is just shooting people. That's all it is when you're in the mech. There's no difference, and of course, you get squished people like little bugs, and it's fighting other robots. You get to have a Rock'em Sock'em Robot battle right in front of everyone, and that's what the mechs bring to it. That's what the mechs offer for Titanfall. You get the 16 maps, and it's a first-person shooter. It's online. And that's what I like in a first-person shooter. I don't care about the single player. I don't care 2 F's about the single player. It doesn't matter to me, because when I'm in FPS, I just want to hop into the game. I just want to have a grand old time, and I just want to murder people. That's my goal when I'm playing in FPS. So the fact that they made it in FPS or multiplayer online only mode, that's fine with me. That's perfect with me. I like that. Now, some of you may like the single player, and I'm sorry, Titanfall doesn't really have that. It has multiplayer incorporated into the campaign mode. So let's talk. In closing, will Titanfall kill Call of Duty? Will it be the COD Killer that we are all hoping for? We're searching for it, guys. But in my estimate, no, it won't be. honestly, from all the gameplay I've seen, it looks pretty similar to COD, and people don't use that double jump. And what it makes games killer to COD, and what makes the Call of Duty franchise good, is they have all those 10-year-olds. You know what I'm talking about, the 10-year-olds that hide behind doors, behind in corners, and they're waiting for you to cross their face so they can kill you, so they can get the free kill. And that's when you rage and you throw the controller. But Call of Duty will always have that sniper montaging those people as a fan base. They will always have that. So I think Titanfall won't kill it per se, but I do think Titanfall will be a good game. I hope it will be a good game. I hope I can pick it up eventually if I ever pick up an Xbox One. What I think will be the Call of Duty killer is simply COD itself, guys. If you look, for me personally, I'll talk about my own experience. Call of Duty, for me, has digressed each single year I've bought it. Now, I've had it dating back to Black Ops, the first Black Ops, and it was my favorite game, based on nostalgia, based on everything like that. It was my first ever Xbox 360 game that I completely enjoyed. And since then, with Modern Warfare 3, with Black Ops 2, and then now with Ghosts, I have seen it digress for me personally in the amount of time I spent playing it. With Black Ops 2, I spent maybe like 6 days on it before I just like, no, I'm not playing this crap anymore. And then with Ghosts, it's even less time. I don't even care about Ghosts. I just want to freaking give up on that crap right now. I'm gonna go to freaking GameStop and I'm gonna sell that piece of crap back to them. Get rid of it. So basically, as I fail as a sniper, I'm not gonna lie, it was complete trash. I missed every single shot. But in my estimate and my thoughts, Titanfall will not kill Call of Duty. I hope it eventually comes out for PS4 so I can get my hands on it. I know it won't happen this game, in this version of it, but hopefully Titanfall 2, I can play that, I can enjoy that, unless I have to get an Xbox One. But other than that, guys, I don't think it will kill Call of Duty, but I think it will be a great game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Don't be afraid, tap it, do something to it, give me some lovin'. And as always, stay frosty.